Alright, hello and welcome back. One of the things that I noticed about France actually was the fact that they seem to be at truce with a lot of different members of the coalition for about 3 years, so I think I'll actually wait a while for now. And in the meantime, what we're going to do is that we're going to recruit a group of generals just so that we have a nice selection here to choose from for now. Oh, and it looks like we have a succession, so that's fine and all. Our succession happened, a decent amount of people came through, and it looks like our next king in line won't be all too great, although he's actually going to be really good on the administrative side of things, so at least that is that. And apparently one of our ministers died. I guess we'll get the master of the mint again, simply because it looks like we do need to start maintaining our inflation by a little bit here. So I have a feeling that settles that. I can still pass 2 acts, and I want to start this fight with France, but as of the current, it's going to be a bumpy ride. What I'll do is that I think I'll send our diplomats to Austria and Great Britain, seeing as how I have a feeling they are going to be some of the major influential members inside this campaign against France, and currently we're just waiting for these truces to expire. They have quite a lot of them. Let's see, we need Great Britain in there. Brittany is kind of subjugated right now. Austria appears to have a truce with them, so we're going to have to wait that out. Lorraine does too, along with Switzerland. And actually, it looks like a lot of countries still do, so we do have to wait that out. Oh, alliance from Great Britain, so we're going to beg that, get a nice look at what the French have, because now we have that capability, and it looks like they have one small fleet here. Great Britain will probably be able to beat France at sea. Oh, royal marriage from them too. It's rather nice. So this will see what happens really. I'm thinking of forming another army, although not really sure if it's worth it. Lines from Brittany too, so we're going to accept that. This is all building a coalition, good coalition against France here. So, when is the last truce going to expire? It appears all of these are sometime around 1609, so it should be another year. Ooh, Tekka. Oh, we can build a grand shipyard and a road network apparently, so let's check that out. Road networks would be probably useful. Where is that? None of these icons look like roads. Yeah, another Jesuit mission founded. Ooh, this is a good event. So we can either choose between, the military is divided inside the military, or the military factions are divided between attacking and defense, and if we lose one stability here, we can gain a land limits force modifier for plus 25%, making it so that we'll be able to maintain a bigger army for the next little while. With that said, what I'll do is I'll get that handled, boost our stability up, and our overextension should be managed in a little bit. But now we should be able to field up another little force on land at least. So this will definitely be able to give our armies even more of a punch. So we'll do that, and right now. Those truces are going to wear off in the next year or two. I think I'll start moving our fleets up here around the French coast, and we'll try to blockade them just like that. I really doubt the French have any type of massive fleet to kind of stop ours, right? And in the meantime, let's get our armies moving. this is definitely going to supplement our army here. Okay, so how far are we from going? We have to wait until September from the looks of it. So we'll wait that out. Luckily we bought a whole bunch of troops before that event happened, so that event made it so that it'll be a little bit more costly to purchase troops, but I mean now that we have so many of them, should be good. Get these guys to do automatic rebel suppression. Looks like our missionary caused a rebellion, revolt. Now, is it almost September yet? Yeah, it's almost there. So now these icons should all disappear in a second. Yeah, just like that. And then we'll try to, we'll declare war on France for one of their provinces. And now that should give us the entire stack of allies. British will be at sea protecting us. Brittany will be cannon fodder, I guess. Hopefully Switzerland, some of the other people provide us with a little detachment of troops. And I'm going to play on the map filter like this, simply because it's a lot easier. Assign our troopers some commanders right now, and I believe the Algiers have joined them. No, the Algiers have not. So we could have actually brought up this squad right here. I'll see what happens with the fleets first. If we do manage to just kind of stall off the French at land, we should be fine. Move, just like that. So we'll see how this goes. Let's detach off a few little groups of men for siege. And let's see where the French army has been committed, because right now we can't see their army. Is a little troublesome. Right now I'm just trying to find out what exactly is the supply limit over here. So we're suffering a little bit of attrition damage now on these provinces. 1%, so that's not that bad actually. We can tough that out. And let's just wait on it. So the British are landing their fleet. Doesn't look like the French are bringing their troops. So what I'll do is I'll grab our fleet, I'll split up the transport corps, and I'll move it back over there. Oh, the French fleet is over here, I see. Ah, they're fighting the Ottomans actually. So we'll get the transport fleet to come here really fast, and we'll get the this column up here to the fight. And we'll just kind of wait on it like that. This fleet right here, 14 main heavy ships, 22 light ships, 18 transports. So it shouldn't be that big of a challenge towards our fleet, which is over here. Actually, we seem to be evenly matched, so what I'll do is I'll sail them back over here, and we'll see if we can bring in the trade ships to help us out. Actually, we'll get these ships to sail into port, just for now. Now, I want to check what is the status of these trade ships. I mean, are they fairly effective, these Caravels, I suppose? These are hull size 10, 13 guns. They're faster, but they definitely don't have the combat potential of the heavier ships. So instead of doing that, or no, we have the barks actually. We'll put our Kiracs patrolling the Straits of Gibraltar. At least then we'll be able to slow down the French, or cordon off their fleets. And it looks like our allies are also present forward along the map. So now we want to fight the French over here. We'll get our armies to reinforce each other. Yeah, the AI inside this game, I find it rather finicky for the battles. I mean, it'll essentially just go down to going back and forth for now. So I think we'll just maintain the sieges and really see how they go. Really see if the French will fight us. If they will fight us, we'll reinforce our troops right here. So let's check out this fight. The French are bringing in, from the looks of it, a little more troops, a little more cannon. But they're using cavalry, which may not be fully effective. They do suffer a crossing penalty to the dice rolls, so that is good. We're bringing in a lot of infantry. So this is going to be really close. Pretty sure our maintenance is at full, but we've both of our factions started with low morale. And nice, finish that battle, nicely done. And we'll get these two large armies to rest, and I'll get our smaller force to advance onto the French. Really see if we can press the advantage over here. So Great Britain is landing a bigger army, and that'll be rather helpful too. That's nice. See if we can split up our forces here by a little bit. Apparently Austria is also at war with... No, they're not, no. They are inside a coalition against France, but for whatever reason Austria here doesn't seem to be... like, are they fighting them? No, they're not. Apparently they're just walking around over here. So, what is happening everywhere else? It appears that our navy has been defeated. We're losing coins, but we have such a large reserve, I doubt that's going to be a major problem. Now we should be sieging these places a little more effectively now. And I suppose we'll just see what happens, right? Well, French is going to commit themselves to another battle. We're going to get our people to join on in. Put the French onto even fighting terms now, and because they use cavalry and they're suffering a penalty for crossing, we should be able to beat them with our better troops once again. Yeah, right like that. Exactly like that. Destroyed the French in another battle. So so it might just because our nation has grown powerful, but it doesn't look like the French have the same combat potential as they did before. Great Britain is also just continuing their siege. So we've won 2 battles out of the few fought. We lost the naval battles from the looks of it, and it looks like the Tuscany lost 1 battle, but they're still inside the fight. Everybody seems to be fairly content in what is going on right now, and our colonies are apparently having a few problems. No big deal. Oh, another fight with the French. Have to get our troops committed again. Yeah, one thing that I don't understand is why our morale is so low in every single one of these battles. So we're going to check the French army right now. We're going to check how big their army is. It doesn't really help us out seeing as how our totals are combined with all the nations, and obviously the Incan, the Cree over here the Creek aren't exactly participating. But one thing that I do want to figure out is how big France's manpower reserves are, because as you see here, we're starting to lose manpower simply because of just wear and tear, really. One of the things that we do need to figure out, or hopefully figure out, is how much reserves that the French have. But from the looks of it, I mean, these battles are really grinding them up. What's Britain doing? Lots of rebellions coming up on French soil as well. Gain some coins too. We may have to resort to just using mercenaries for the vast majority of our actions, but I think that'll be later on. Come on, defeat the French once more. Break them just like that. Let's see how much damage their army suffered. They lost quite a little bit of troops, 5,000 men, 2,000 cavalry, 2,000 cannon. We lost about 6,000 men and 1,500 people like that. So, I'd say that the losses are generally speaking inside our favor, but I do believe France has a bigger manpower pool than us, so we'll see how that goes. Now, it appears that sieging them is going to be extremely difficult for the time being, so I'll consolidate their armies. I'll move this army actually back, so then they'll be able to regain some manpower more effectively. And in the meantime, we're just going to try to consolidate our forces here, let the French do what they do, and I think we'll wait until Great Britain does all the major capping for now. Need to get these armies moving right now. There we go. The weather turned good, so this'll speed up. Oh my god, not another fight. March to the sound of guns, you people. French line crumbled. We suffered about 3,000 casualties. They suffered definitely more, but we're starting to lose on the manpower side of things. You can see there. Currently, we have about 16,000 people in our reserves. That number is going to go down very, very fast if we keep fighting these meat grinder battles. So we do have to keep that in mind. I'm going to start rotating my troops in and out of combat. So I'm going to bring back these troops onto our own tiles, get them healed up, and get their morale high before recommitting them. Yikes! Our manpower is actually at bottom now, seeing as how we pulled our troops back. And we're in the process of trying to resupply them. So the French are going to fight the English. English look like they're going to lose this battle, unfortunately. Yeah, they were beaten back. Apparently the Incans are helping out here, so they either canoed all the way over the seas, or something is going on over here. Can't find their army here. Oh, apparently their army's over here, so... Was there something going on? Apparently we have land occupied over here as well. Oh. Apparently these people are at war with us. And, oh, this is why the Incans are starting to conquer the French holdings over there. That's kind of cute. So we do need to do something about a problem here. I mean, we do have ample reserves of money, but our army power is dwindling in the sense that we need to continue fighting this war, yet we're going to have to deal with a lack of manpower for now. So we're going to be gaining a little bit of manpower over time, but I mean these infantry regiments are really down to less than half strength. And the French have decided to throw themselves inside the blender once again with a smaller force crossing a river. So they are going to get mowed down. I mean, we have better guns and we have better equipment. They're going to take heavy losses, but I mean, we're going to suffer those losses too. And unfortunately, I am unable to check their manpower from the looks of it. Find provinces, triggered modifiers. Ooh, these are kind of cool. I should probably talk about that in a little bit. Check our ledger here though. Max manpower. Maximum manpower. Country military stuff. Now, this might be able to actually tell us a little bit about France. We'll see, we'll go to our own, so we're going to find France's. Their manpower appears to be at rock bottom as well. They have 10,000 infantrymen, 7,000 horses, and us, we have a ton of infantry, ton of cavalry, and these stats are definitely off. We don't have that many people at our service, do we? Is our army really that big? But it looks like we're really going to dominate France here in a little bit. So I guess we'll continue the advance for now. But we are suffering from a manpower crisis, but that's not to say France isn't suffering as well. It looks like their army is actually getting gradually smaller and smaller after every battle, and because of how the coalition system works, we have all of our allies coming in. They're going to do the majority of the sieging, I presume, simply because our troops aren't the greatest for that. And I know we're short on manpower, but I'm going to commence an assault here simply because I want to take one of their provinces just for the sake of taking them. Oh, apparently our assault fell short. Apparently too many people got butchered right there. So pull these guys back for now. Yeah, these are level 4 forts. We have level 2 forts. We're level 3 over here. But level 2 in general provinces, so I suppose that was a bad idea. Ooh. We might break through to the morale here, but I think the French will go first.